been at least 4 years, and I was looking back to see when Tallahassee's even, seen any snow. You go back to 2010 for that, and it was really just a trace. So the thing is, we start with the cold, and this is what I want to start with. Already temperatures are record-breaking cold here across the South. In fact, we've now tied a record. Been watching these numbers all morning. We're down to 2 below Mississippi at 10 degrees. That's tying it, and we've tied it in Charleston. And Charleston, I bring it up because you are right there squarely in the winter storm watch this morning. So Charleston, South Carolina, winter storm watch for you. It's tomorrow, the impact day, but starts overnight tonight for places like Lake City, Florida, and it's really not that far away from Tallahassee that we could see a glaze of ice on the roadways, really crippling travel until it warms up. So temperatures are going to be cold tomorrow. Overnight tonight, they drop below freezing. They stay cold tomorrow. So as this precip comes in, we're going to be watching for a glaze of ice on roads, accretion of ice perhaps on power lines, on tree limbs. Now, it should be less than I think that would cause any widespread power outages, but enough to cause impacts for travel. And we'll see that likely with either snow or sleet, maybe a combination of accumulation into places like Charleston, Savannah, that potential as well, and then into North Carolina as well. Here's the impact area. So this is overnight tonight, throughout the day tomorrow, and then we'll be watching after that what happens off the coast with our big storm, Jim, as it moves up off the northeastern coast. But, to set the stage for all of it is the cold. Reached all the way down into central Florida. We're going to update you on this Arctic outbreak. Here's what we know at this hour. This can be a problem around the house as well. One insurer says the average claim for a frozen pipe runs 18 grand. And it's not the pipe, but the flood that follows that's so expensive. Danny Lepford is a home improvement expert and host of Today's Homeowner. Danny, good morning to you. You are in Mobile, Alabama, where I know it's also incredibly cold this morning. Let's talk about our house. And, there's pipes all over the place in our homes. Do we have to worry about all of them freezing and then bursting?
Well, the first thing you need to do is
tail or not, but indeed it works. Open up those cabinets and let the water drip. All right, Danny Lepford, thank you so much. Great advice. And hopefully you don't run into any of these broken pipe problems. Got a lot of cold air out there, Jackie. I'm just shaking my head. I mean, look, it's brutal all the way down to the Gulf Coast. And we talk about the wind chill. It's, how you factor in how the wind affects how you feel. It is indeed a real equation. People have asked me if we just make it up. No, this is the equation. 2 Arctic explorers back in 1945, they were Antarctic explorers. They came up with this idea of a wind chill factor. It takes into account temperature and V, which is in that equation, which is the wind speed or velocity. And the combination of the two sort of whisks away that little thin layer of warm air that's right by your face. And that can really reduce how you feel. Now, of course, it's all subjective, right? I mean, everyone feels differently when it comes to the cold. But we know that if you're outside and the temperature is 8 below and the wind chill, when you factor in a wind of only 7 miles per hour, is 23 below, frostbite can set in within 20 minutes. This is Chicago's forecast for today. Look at the numbers right now. We have a lot of spots that are running 20 or even 30 degrees below when it comes to the wind chill. Same thing in the Northeast. Feels like 20 below up in parts of northern Maine and Portland, Maine. You got nothing compared to what's coming your way. Look at this. We go and fast forward to Saturday morning, and Jim was just talking about the cold coming in behind this storm this week. It's going to be significant. The temperature will be 10 below. The wind chill will be 27 below, meaning you have about 10 minutes outside before a frostbite can set in if you are not covered up completely from the cold. So, even walking your dog could be a problem. All right, Jim, let's send it back up to you.